Hello students, welcome back to St. Austin's YouTube channel. This is online mathematics class. We were doing chapter 8 Introduction to Trigonometry. Today we have to do trigonometric identities. This is the most important topic of this chapter, so please be vigilant, and without any further ado, let's start. Trigonometric identities, as I said, this is the most important concept of this chapter. We have three basic trigonometric identities. The identities are as follows. These are our three important trigonometric identities. First one is sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. That means if we take the square of sine of any angle and we add it with the square of cos of the same angle, we get the output as 1. For example, if I am considering theta equals to suppose 30 degrees, right? So sine square 30 plus cos square 30. Let's check what value we'll get. Sine 30 we know the value is 1 by 2. So sine square 30 has to be whole square of 1 by 2 plus cos 30 is what? Root 3 by 2. So we have 1 by root 2 whole square plus root 3 by 2 whole square. This gives us the value 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. This value is equivalent to 4 by 4, which is again 1. See, we are getting 1 as the answer. This means whenever we are taking sine of some angle, we are squaring it and then we are adding it with the square of cos of same angle, the result will always be 1. Similarly, here also in the second identity, if we are taking the sec of some angle and we are squaring it and then we are subtracting square of tan of the same angle, we get the answer as 1. And cosec square minus cot square theta is also equals to 1. The trick here is that whatever angle we have here, the same angle should be here. Similarly here also and here also. Okay, so these are our identities and now we'll be doing questions based on these identities. These questions we may find in exercise 8.4. So let's start with exercise 8.4. Exercise 8.4. The first question here is, we have to express the trigonometric ratios sin A, sec A and tan A. That is, we have to express sin A, sec A and tan A in terms of cot A. In terms of cot A. That means we have to write these three ratios in form of cot. Okay, so let's just see how do we have to solve this. Solution. First, we know sin A, we can write this sin A as under root of sine square A. We can write this as sin A as under root of sine square A. Again, we know sin A is the reciprocal of cos A. So sin A can be written as 1 upon cosec A. So from here we can write this as 1 upon under root cosec square A. Right? We have written sin A as under root of sine square A, and then in place of sine square A I have written 1 upon cosec square A. Now from this identity, see, from the third identity, we have the value cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So we can write, we know cosec square A, in place of theta I am writing A, minus cot square A equals to 1. This implies cosec square A is equals to 1 plus cot square A. So here in place of cosec square A, I can put up this value. So we'll get sin A equals to 1 upon under root cosec square A, and in place of cosec square I am writing 1 plus cot square A under root. Hence, we have written the value of the angle sin A. We have written sin A in terms of cot A. See, we had to write sin A in terms of cot A, and here I have written the value of sin A in the form of cot A. Now next, we have to also calculate the value of sec A in terms of cot. Now we have to write sec A in terms of cot. Okay, we know sec A can be written as under root sec square A, and also we know sec square A minus tan square A is equals to 1 from identity number 2. So from here we can take the value of sec square A as 1 plus tan square A, and now we can substitute this value here. So we get sec A is equals to under root sec square A, and this can be written as under root 1 plus tan square A. Again, what is the relation between tan and cot? Yes, tan and cot are reciprocals of each other. So this value can be written as 1 plus 1 upon cot square A. We know tan A is equals to, this is because tan A is equals to 1 upon cot A. So here I am writing in place of tan square A 1 upon cot square A. Now we can take the LCM and further simplify this. So we will be left with, now we can also take this cot square A outside of the root. So we will be left with the value this. This is the value of sec A in terms of cot A. Last but not the least, we also have to write the value of tan A in terms of cot A. This is pretty simple. We know tan is the reciprocal of cot. So this will be the value of tan in terms of cot. This completes our question number 1. Now question number 2. Question 2 is also same. In question number 2, we have to write all the trigonometric ratios of A, all ratios of A in terms of sec A. So that means we have to write the value of all the 5 ratios, that is sine, cos, tan, cosec and cot. We have to write all of these values in terms of sec A. So how do we proceed? See, first we know from the first identity sin square A plus cos square A equal to 1. This is identity number 1. So we can write the value of sin square A as 1 minus cos square A. Again, sin A will be equivalent to under root of 1 minus cos square A. And now we know what is the reciprocal of cos, because cos A can be written as 1 upon sec A. So from here, let us put this value as sin A equals to 1 minus 1 upon sec square A. Let's take the LCM and simplify it further. So this becomes we can take this x square A outside of the root. So we will be left with the value sec square A minus 1 upon sec A equals to sin A. So we have expressed sin A in terms of sec A. Next we have to express cos A. in terms of sec A. This is pretty simple again. We know the reciprocal of cos is sec. So cos A is equals to 1 upon sec A. Third, tan A. Now we have to express tan A in terms of sec A. We know sec square A minus tan square A equal to 1. From here we can shift tan on the other side and 1 on this side. So sec square A plus 1 will be equal to tan square A. Then we can take the under root. So this will be 1 plus sec square A equals to tan A. This is how we express tan in terms of sec. Next, for cosec. Cosec A. We know cosec is the reciprocal of sin A. Okay, cosec is the reciprocal of sin, and here we have expressed sin in terms of sec. So if we can just take the reciprocal of this entire value, we'll get the value of cosec. So this implies see, if I am taking this reciprocal, it will be sec A upon under root sec square A minus 1. This is how we express cosec in terms of sec. Last but not the least, we have to express cot also in terms of sec. So we know cot is the reciprocal of what? Cot is the reciprocal of tan. So cot A is equals to 1 upon tan A. And the value of tan in terms of sec was what? This value. So we can write this 1 upon under root 1 plus sec square A. So this is how we are expressing cot in terms of sec. This completes our second question. Third question. Question number third. In question number third, we have to evaluate the following. First part we have is sin square 63 plus sin square 27 upon cos square 17 plus cos square 73. We can write this as sin 63 whole square plus sin 27 whole square. Now see, 63 can be written as 90 minus 27. So this will be sin 90 minus 27 whole square, and we can keep this value as it is, sin 27 whole square. This was for the numerator. And for the denominator, see, 17 can be written as 90 minus 73, and we can keep the second value as it is, right? So this becomes sin 90 minus 27. We know by the complementary angle ratios, this value can be expressed as cos 27. Similarly here, cos 90 minus 73 can be written as sin 73. This is our numerator, this is our denominator. Now again see, cos square 27 plus sin square 27, and in the denominator we have sin square 73 plus cos square 73. We know from identity 1, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Here the value of theta is 27. In the denominator also, sin square theta and cos square theta should be equal to 1. Here the value of theta is 73. This implies that the answer is 1. This is the first part. In the second part, we have sin 25 cos 65 plus cos 25 sin 65. Sine 25 into cos 65 plus cos 25 into sine 65. Again, 25 can be written as 90 minus 65. We are keeping cos 65 as it is, and here 25 again we can write as 90 minus 65. From the complementary angle tricks, we can write sine 90 minus 65 as cos 65. Keeping this cos 65 as it is, this value can be written as sine 65, and this is also sine 65. So this is cos 65 into cos 65. This gives us cos square 65. Sine 65 into sine 65 gives us sine square 65. So cos square 65 plus sine square 65 from identity 1 gives us 1 as the answer, because sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1, and here the value of theta is 65 degrees. So this completes our third question also. Question number 4. Question number 4. We have been given, these are the multiple choice questions. The first part is 9 sec square a minus 9 tan square a. From here see, we can take 9 common. In the bracket we will be left with sec square a minus tan square a. We know from the identity second, sec square a minus tan square a equal to 1. So putting this value here, 9 into, in place of sec square a minus tan square a, we can write 1. So our answer will be 9, and this is option B. So option B is correct here. Second part, 1 plus tan theta plus sec theta into 1 plus cot theta minus cosec theta. From here see, we can write tan theta as sin theta upon cos theta. We can write sec theta as 1 upon cos theta. In the second bracket, cot theta can be written as sin theta cos theta upon sin theta minus cosec theta can be written as 1 upon sin theta. From here, if we take the LCM, so this becomes cos theta plus sin theta plus 1 upon cos theta, and here we have sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 upon sin theta. From here we can apply the identity a plus b into a minus b. Here see, cos theta plus sin theta, here also cos theta plus sin theta, then we have plus 1 here and minus 1 here. So we can apply the identity a plus b into a minus b equals to a square minus b square. The value of a here is sin theta plus cos theta, and the value of b is 1 here. So applying this identity, we get sin theta plus cos theta whole square minus 1 upon sin theta into cos theta. This value will be applying a plus b whole square. What is a plus b whole square? This is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So by this we have sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 into sin theta cos theta and minus 1 as it is upon sin theta into cos theta. By the identity, Okay, using identity 1, sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So 1 in place of sin square theta and cos square theta I am writing 1 plus 2 sin theta cos theta minus 1 upon sin theta cos theta. Plus 1 to minus 1 gets cancelled out and we are left with 2 sin theta cos theta upon sin theta cos theta. Sin theta to sin theta cancels out, cos theta to cos theta cancels out, and we are left with the answer 2. This is option number C. This is option C. Third part is also same. Third part also has to be done like this only. So I hope you can try the third part by yourself. We'll be doing the fourth part now. Fourth part is 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus cot square A. We know from identity second, sec square A minus tan square A equal to 1. If we shift tan on the other side, we'll get sec square A equals to 1 plus tan square A. So in place of 1 plus tan square A, I can put the value sec square A. Also from identity 3, cosec square A minus cot square A equal to 1. If I shift cot on the other side, I will be left with cosec square A equals to 1 plus cot square A. So in place of 1 plus cot square A, I can put the value cosec square A. So keeping the values from here in 1 plus tan square A equals to sec square A and 1 plus cot square A equal to cosec square A. What is sec square A? We can write this as 1 upon cos square A. And what is cosec square? This can be written as 1 upon sin square. This value goes up. So we will be left with sin square A upon cos square A. And what is sin upon cos? This is tan. So tan square A will be our answer. This is option number D. This is option D. This is all for this video. Thank you.